Oh, it feels so good. It is a glorious Sunday night here in the DTL universe. Welcome into DTL Primetime Live. We are on YouTube, but also we're simulcast on our brand new platforms with our brand new partner, Stadium. Wherever you find them, we will be. Amazon Prime Video, you better believe it. YouTube TV, we are there. Roku TV, yep, all of those places. And do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, starting tomorrow morning, our 10 a.m. weekday live show will also be live on Stadium. But we got a lot to get to tonight on the show. We're breaking down everything Sunday Night Football. It's the Rams, it's the Lions, a rematch from the playoffs just 8 months ago. Also, we dive in to the quarterback matchup. Remember when these two quarterbacks played for the other team? And we go deeper in the no-fly zone. And also, are we going to be popping bottles tonight? Are we going to be having a little champagne in the club? Well, you got to earn it. We want you to participate and play with us. That's later in the show. Who will cash the first gem of the year? But without further ado, I cannot do this all by myself. I need my man who helped rebrand this. We started 8 short months ago. He is my partner. He is our 5-tool player. He is AB. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, crew. How we doing today? Feeling good?
I'm feeling great because my quarterback and my tight end, they were in New York today, hanging out with Taylor and the wife at the U.S. Open while you and I were grinding, getting ready for the show. And I know you, AB, you're able to separate your fandom from your professional duties. And I know that today your Tennessee Titans did something that was historic in Chicago. How are you feeling about that one?
Well, I'm feeling how some of my bets went today, and I'll tell you that. It a little brutal, right? The Titans lose 24-17, and the Bears didn't score an offensive touchdown. Not one. And the Titans lose. They're up 17-3 as well, going into halftime. That's tough.
I have a stat for you that dogs since 2019, dogs of 4+ points that have led by at least 17 points at any part of the game are 66-1-1. And today the Titans made it 66-2-1. That is crazy. No offensive touchdown, fumble, pick six, field goals, 2-point conversions. Caleb Williams, AB, not even 100 yards passing. Not even 100 yards.
And he was, look, we're not going to take anything away from him, but he got the game ball. Well, I'm about to give that to Cairo Santos or the guy who ran back the pick six. But no, I mean, you know what? It's cool. And I'll say this for Caleb Williams and for any rookie quarterback or any player out there, it doesn't matter how you do it. Just win. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. And they got the job done because they're 1-0, man. That's all you can ask
Damn
for.
right. In the NFL, AB, you're right. That's all that matters. There was a lot more that happened today, and we've got to get to our breakdown, our storylines, our picks, all of that. The crew is standing by. So it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the picks. And for those of you tuning in on Stadium that are meeting my crew for the very first time, please welcome upper right-hand corner, the only 5-star chef in the game, Seabass. Down lower right, best beer in the game, Soupy. And Raphael, I'm going to start with you. You're our numbers guy. If we need anything numbers, you are our guy. So I need a take from this afternoon from each and every one of you. Let's start with you. What'd you make of this afternoon?
That the lights are going to be bright in Vegas because they're not going to pay nothing because it's a cash cow for the sports books right now. Most bet team today, Dolphins, Titans, Bills. How did they do? Most bet team money coming in today, Titans, Panthers, Bengals. How did they do? How about those suicide pools? How are those doing right now? Ooh, it was a nice cash cow for the books today.
Over 4,800 in the Circus Eliminator pool got bounced with the Bengals today. You mentioned the Dolphins. How about Tyreek Hill? He started the day face down in the concrete. He ended the day scoring an 80-yard touchdown, 130 yards receiving. And did you guys see his celebration? Like he's getting arrested? That's next level savage. Next level savage. Soupy, what did you make of this afternoon?
If you were a top 10 rookie pick this year, you did not have a good game. Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Romer Nunez, all combined had less yards than Tyreek Hill and less time in handcuffs too.
Yeah, and maybe if you're Kyler Murray, the next time that you're dancing around in the backfield for 10 seconds and a dude that puts his hand up like this named Marvin Harrison Jr. for the winning, maybe you look at him. Maybe you throw him the ball. But no, alas, Kyler Murray being Kyler Murray. Seabass, you look very stellar tonight. You kind of outdressed all of us. What did you make of this afternoon?
Well, brunch was fantastic at the restaurant today. That's where I just got home from. So there's that. But my takeaway, the Falcons, they might be in some trouble. Kirk Cousins looked like trash today. And take number 2. I got 2 for you. Hopefully now Simone Biles' husband, people know him, that he does play football and return fumbles for touchdowns.
There you go. There you go. By the way, I need you guys to hit that like button on your way in. Shout out to Melanie, Endless, Dags, Nate G, all of you finding us tonight. Thank you for tuning in tonight. All right, quickly, storylines. Let's shift our gears to Sunday Night Football, and we're going to go around the horn. And, AB, I want to start with you. This is a rematch of last year. Pretty good playoff game, and the Lions showed that they are certainly a playoff team, but they want to take it further. What about a statement right out of the game tonight?
We're going to go under 53.5. And yeah, you thought that I was on mute. You know that I wasn't. Just having some mic issues and everything else. Look, Rams-Lions under 53.5, and I'll tell you why. All right. I think that these two teams and these two quarterbacks and these two coaches, they know each other unbelievably well. And what they are going to do is force them to run the football and not get big plays downfield. That's going to run the clock, and it's also going to not expose, but just show that both teams don't want to make the big mistake. Win the game, don't give the game away. So I'm going to roll with the under 53.5. And then the Rams to lose a fumble. Yes, we're going to talk about the no-fly zone in a little bit, but, all right, ground crew over there on the runway. All right, they're going to lose somebody's baggage today. We're going to take it because Matthew Stafford is going to be under duress this game a whole lot. And they're going to hit him, and he's going to drop one on the ground. Rams lose a fumble, plus 125.
Isn't it amazing how many different ways the sports books have tried to get people to come play with them? These type of bets wouldn't even have existed 5 years ago. Now you can play for a team to lose a fumble? That is crazy. By the way, the award to most obvious question in the chat for the evening goes to Pat. Any picks for a Detroit game? What do you think
Pat's
we're
thinking
doing,
ahead.
Pat? What are we doing here?
The simple questions that don't get asked, all right? Yeah. The only bad question in life is the question that no one asks.
That is so true, AB. So true. All right, where am I going to go next? I can't even speak English tonight. I want to go down to Raphael because, Raphael, I know this is where we do our straight picks, and then we'll have our prop bets later in the show. But what do you like right here, Raphael?
I like to see if this game going to go to 5.5. Pretty much everyone just moved it to 5, including DraftKings. So it's going to be very curious to see why we're talking, how much money is going to continue to come in the Lions. But I like the Rams Lions first quarter over 9.5. I know we're probably going to see an under game, but I think we're going to see a lot of points scored early, and then defense wakes up and the second half goes under. 5 games today have hit this number, so I think we're going to see points scored. So I'll take the 9.5 lane to minus 130 on the juice. Give me some points. I want some action in the first quarter. Give me some action.
You know what's crazy? Even in the games that had a lot of points, like the Saints, the Texans, what was the other? The Bills. They didn't have I don't think there was a 300-yard passer at all today, unless I'm mistaken. Not one quarterback went north of 300 yards today. Something to keep an eye on tonight with two guys that love to sling it around. Soupy, let me come over to you, big boy. What do you like here early?
2 top 10 defenses, 2 top half offenses, 2 bottom half defenses. None of them made improvements during the offseason. In fact, the Rams got even worse. They lost Aaron Donald, one of the best pass rushers in the last 15 years. I think we're going to see a lot of points because both teams can run the ball. Both teams can put the ball in the air. I think it's going to start early. That's why I got the Lions going over 14.5. Third last year in points scored in the first half. The Rams were 18th in points allowed in the first half.
Shout out to Landon, new premium member, newest member of the crew. AB, I feel like Soupy just looked right at you and said, "You got nothing on me." Nothing. Your reaction to Soupy, sir?
Don't mess with the man who controls the mute button on this show for everybody. Let me just say that one. This ain't my first rodeo, Hoss.
Hey, we know that Soupy doesn't control his own mute button. If you watched this morning, if you know, you know. Right.
Hey, you might be getting some extra screen time randomly now.
All right, Seabass, I need to come over to you. You got one single solitary play here early. What do you like?
Coach, I like the Rams tonight plus 4.5. This game was close in the playoffs last year. You mentioned it earlier. Both of these quarterbacks were traded for each other. The Rams have something to prove. They lost Aaron Donald, but they really haven't changed much on their team. I think, excuse me, I think they keep this one close, and we see the Rams cover that half.
All right. I do need to give a shout out and an apology. Melanie called me. And apparently, Tua did hit over 300 yards. So I apologize for that. I looked through all of them, but I didn't know that he did. So, Melanie, thank you very much for that. We'd never forget about your Dolphins. Don't even worry about it. Just moments ago, the Chargers finished off the Raiders 22-10 is the final there. Seattle up 13, giving 6, 2.5 minutes to go. Denver is inside the red zone, and Dallas 30-10. And Tampa up 16 late in the fourth quarter. Looks like they will win and cover against Washington down there in Tampa. Now, AB, let me come back to you because I think everybody's gone with their early picks. But this is an interesting matchup tonight because as we look at the different storylines, it always starts and ends with the quarterbacks. But now, after we watch receivers and all these different shows, we know that there's so much more than that. But at the end of last year, what were we talking about? Dan Campbell and his game management. Do you think he's learned anything the last 8 months?
I do, right? And as we take a look here at the game and you see these numbers, 53.5 here on the total. And that goes to show you that, yes, he has not only in terms of just good clock management, not going crazy on every fourth down, but understanding the game situations. Give Sean McVay credit, all right? Other side, head coach of the Rams. He is, 38 years old. But he is an old soul, and he knows you take points in the first half. You take field goals. Don't mess around. Points matter in this league. So when you see a total of 53.5 sitting there, that goes to show that not only are they going to score in this game and really all season long, but they are looking to be smart about it and not give up rough plays at the end. So, yes, I do, because the only way in life that you learn tough lessons is to go through it. That's it. You just go through it, man.
Bill Cowher today, in a very Bill Cowher type of way, basically told Dan Campbell, get your act together when it comes to taking points. It's basically what he said. Because Raphael, we're looking in the chat, and I cannot believe that 45 people in the 1,000 circuit contest didn't even get their play in today. A $45,000 donation. And I guarantee you nobody had Rams or Lions tonight in an eliminator pool. Unless you have a lot.
Probably not, but I spoke to a couple of people in Vegas. They said after the afternoon games, before the 3 games kicked off, there was no lines, people betting or cashing. So I can guarantee you these 3 games that are playing right now got really much no Sunday action, maybe late action throughout the whole weekend. But everyone just got crushed in the morning. That's why we're seeing favorite and under tonight right now is the trend. Favorite and under. We do have pretty much 5s all over the board. DraftKings now just moved the total to 53.5. It was 54 when AB was speaking. So I guess DraftKings listens to AB because when he speaks, they move the number.
We move lines, baby. That's what DTL
AB does.
Yeah, AB certainly does. Allie says, I took the Saints. Well, they barely covered today, scoring 47. We got about a minute left here. Subi, let me come over to you, and then we'll piggyback with Seabass. As we look at the game tonight, I know you're always looking from a fantasy element. Anybody big tonight for any leagues at all?
I'm going with my boy Sammy Ballgame. I'll talk about it later with his prop, but I think he's going to have a big night tonight. Everybody feels like he went too early in their drafts. He's going to have sort of a regression this year. I'm one of those people that doesn't believe it. He's going to be one of the top tight ends in football this year.
And CBS, now that Amon-Ra St. Brown, he got his catch. He's got to be like that emotional leader for the Lions heading into this season.
I agree with you 100%. I've actually got him in a prop later that we'll talk about, but I do like to see Amon Brown go off tonight as well.
All right, I love the chat right there. They're all ripping the Bengals to shreds. We talked about it, gentlemen, right here on the show. Jamar Chase, he's making jokes. He says, I don't want 1 penny more than Justin Jefferson. I want a lot more. Well, today, 6 catches, 67 yards. Burrow barely even showed up. 10 points. at home against the Patriots. Over 4,500 people out of the eliminator pool. How can so many go with the Bengals? Absolutely embarrassing. All right, we've got to take our first break here on DTL Primetime Live. When we come back, we're breaking down the quarterbacks, Stafford and Goff. And also, we're looking ahead to the no-fly zone. And we do it next. All right, AB, what do you got, bub?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's talk a little DraftKings parlay. But let me pull this on the screen, and let's have some fun here, all right? So, DraftKings, pick the parlay. New customers, bet $5, get $250 instantly in bonus bets and 1 month of NFL Plus Premium by using promo code COMBINE. And not only do you get all that, you get to help out the fam as well. We all love that one. So,
we all love
parlays. And we're going to go through these parlays and see which ones we like. First one, Rams plus 4.5, Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown, Matthew Stafford 200-plus passing yards plus 310. All right, number 2, Rams money line, Cooper Kupp anytime TD, and move Stafford up to 225 passing yards. That is plus 525. Finally, Rams plus 4.5, Puka Nacua anytime TD, and Matthew Stafford to throw 300-plus passing yards at plus 750. So, Raphael, I'll come to you first, man. Which parlay do you like here?
Give me that plus 750, Rams plus 4.5. Give me Puka. I watched The Lion King when I was working on my debate odds this afternoon. I think he was one of the Lions with that name, and I love Matthew Stafford. I think he has a big game today, so give me that plus 750.
Plus 750, my man, going big. All right, Soupy, which one you feeling here, bud?
I always relish in the fact that I told people, take Puka Nacua in your draft. I don't care if he was a late 5th round pick. Give me anything with Puka in it.
Anything with Puka. He's feeling that one. Seabass, what do you like?
I already got the Rams plus 4.5, but let's try and make a little extra money. Give me the middle one. I'm going to take Rams money line, Cooper Kupp to score a touchdown, and Matthew Stafford over that 225 tonight.
All right, AB, we're down to 13, 12, 11, 10. We're going to count it down live here on the show tonight. We're going old school. 7, 6. Everybody with me now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Roll Seabass.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to my series, Stadium Eats. We're going to be talking about all the best foods that you need to be eating at every stadium across the country. This time, we're talking about the D, and I don't mean Dallas. We're talking about Detroit and the Yardbird sandwich. The Yardbird is just bread, cheddar cheese, sauteed mushrooms, pulled chicken, and a mustard sauce. Now, I didn't have time to pull chicken, so we did a chopped chicken thigh, plus they're juicier and better tasting anyway. For the sauce, we got mustard, ketchup, Worcestershire, honey, hot sauce, my Bassett's Blend all-purpose hot. We're going to go ahead and give that a whisk, add in some brown sugar, and cook it till it looks like this. Next, we need to do our sauteed mushrooms. We just slice those up and then into a pan, olive oil, butter, cook them till they're nice and tender. Once those are done, we'll go ahead and get started on our chicken. You know we're going to use the Bassett's Blend all-purpose. We're going to make sure we season that on both sides. Then it's going on the grill so we get some nice char on there. We'll paint on a little bit of that sauce. Make sure you cook it to that internal of 165. Chop up the chicken. Now listen, if there's something better in Detroit, you let me know. We'll talk about it the next time. We're going to go ahead, toast up our bread, mayonnaise. If you know, you know. Now it's time to test. And that's our Yardbird sandwich. Listen, it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. Oh, guys, the chicken, the mustard, the mushroom, the cheese. Until the next dish, y'all.
Oh, my goodness. Let's go.
Yes.
Go one time. Wow.
I'll tell you, I was a little skeptical at first, but that sandwich, I'm going to make that again. Like, it was good. I loved it. Oh, it was real good. It was good.
Put that in an envelope, send that over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll ship them out to you guys. Don't worry. We'll get some dry ice and send those out.
AB, did you notice how Seabass with the branding, Stadium Eats, if you know, you know, throwing everything in there in 90 seconds?
My man's cooking up more than just food and bets.
That's right.
Oh,
That's how you
right.
promote, son.
Kids. Food, bets, and kids. Got one of those coming.
Everybody in the chat, if you want to see more of that from Seabass this year, let us know. Just put yes and well done, Seabass, because that was freaking great. All right, gentlemen, we got to talk about quarterbacks because tonight it's a very interesting situation because they played flip-flop. They used to be the other team's quarterback, but Matthew Stafford clearly loves L.A., and Jared Goff loves playing in Detroit City. So, Raphael, I'm going to come over to you first. These are the numbers from 2023. But when we look at it tonight and the way that Jared Goff ended the season last year, you got to believe he has confidence, but they should have gone farther. What do you think of this comparison tonight, sir?
Yeah, they're at home. So the bettors are looking at Detroit. I'm also looking at Detroit. I think the passing game is going to be big. I think both quarterbacks have really good games. Both quarterback numbers have been moving like crazy. Passing yards for Goff opened up at 260.5. Now it's 270.5. That's 10 yards different. That's a really rare thing to see. And stuff like this when they're betting. Maybe it's because of Sunday night. It's the last game. Bettors are just doing it. And then Stanford opened up at 268. He's now at 272. I think we're going to see one of these quarterbacks hit 300. I think it's Jared Goff. So I'm thinking pass completion, 67%. Probably going to be around the same thing today.
Yeah, it's interesting because now Matthew Stafford, last year, Puka Nacua, Soupy, he was a big surprise. But now when you look at his numbers, he's got higher numbers than Cooper Kupp. Do you think Matthew Stafford has a kind of a newfound confidence now that both guys are starting this year and starting healthy?
He's has more confidence in Puka because Puka's a wide out. Cooper Kupp is the slot receiver. Cooper Kupp will always be that security blanket for him, especially now without Tyler Higbee in the lineup. He's on the PUP list. He's going to look for Puka, 5 yards out, try to get that confident catch in third and short situation. But Puka Nacua can stretch the field. He can go vertical. He can go big yardage. I think that's how they're going to play that out tonight with those two receivers.
It really is going to be interesting to see, Seabass, exactly what both quarterbacks do. But when I was looking at all the different weapons today, it was pretty easy to see that the Lions have the better weapons because they can go 2 or 3 deep, and they have Sam Laporta, who always is in the middle of the field for Goff to look at. Do you see this the same way or no?
I do. Having a tight end that you can look to for comfort, for stability, someone like Sam Laporta, when you get down into the red zone, that big target, it's a comfort blanket for these quarterbacks. And I don't know that Matt Stafford has that right now. And Jared Goff, I think, is going to use that to his advantage. And it opens up for the receivers as well. So I like Jared Goff to have a big game as well.
All right. Very, very good. By the way, a quick reminder, the Cowboys have added a field goal, and they're up 33-10. Somebody in the chat said that Watson to throw 2 interceptions and under 200 yards was a pretty good play. Michael, you are absolutely right.
Does he have 2 picks?
Yep, I'm assuming he does. I'm assuming he does.
One of them was the pick 6.
We've got that, and I believe the over in the Cowboys-Browns as well. So well done.
Boom. The over was 41, and what do we say on the show? It's because of the Browns, right? And if it opens up, what did I say right here on the show? The Cowboys can score 33 points. It's almost like we know what the hell we're talking about.
Hey, we called Dak Prescott getting signed 45 minutes before Adam Schefter did. I want to note that one on our show.
Yes, you
we
did.
Were all over that one.
Yes, you did. 100%. $60 million a year. And he got, I think, $1 million more than Deshaun in guaranteed money, like $232. It's absolutely crazy.
That's your agent doing work and saying, I am the captain now.
Apparently, Jamar Chase doesn't have the same agent. Apparently, he doesn't have the same agent.
Nah, there are levels to those.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of you brand new to our little show, Driving the Line, Primetime Live, morning show. But there are certain things that we do better than anybody else. And you're about to be engulfed by something that we simply just throw out there, and we put our hands across our chests and we just embrace everything that AB is in the no-fly.
Welcome indeed to the no-fly zone. And I'll tell you what, we're going to pull this thing out so we can all see and enjoy. Okay, so if you're brand new, what this is, we're going to break down each quarterback comparatively of their passing tree to the secondary rankings of their opponents. So you see on the left here, the Lions secondary rankings. This is from 2023. All right, you see the number there. That's what they ranked in the NFL at specific quadrants. So the Lions ranked 13th short left, 11th short mid. You can read. You've got it. 30. But look at those deep. 2, 1, 10. All 3 top 10. Now on the right, you see an amalgam here of Matthew Stafford in this Rams passing offense. Okay, take a look there. It's different than what we broke down last night in regards to the other quarterbacks that will not throw across the field. All right. He will, but it's still safe. Look at the passes behind the line of scrimmage. Look at how the Rams offense will use the middle of the field of streak passes, tight little slants to keep it safe and then go. But you see on the right-hand side, left-hand side, look at all of those pass attempts on the sideline. That means that either your wide receiver can catch it or it's out of bounds. That's how you keep it safe when throwing deep. So we take a look here at Matthew Stafford and what he has. We are taking him to throw an interception tonight because he is going to get in trouble deep left and that deep mid left there. You can see his rankings comparatively to the league average. Also, look at the middle of the field, specifically short. That's where he gets in trouble because what we just spoke about, the Rams offense and the Lions is very similar. They use short, quick slants and streaks, all right, to keep passes safe, but those passes get tipped. So we're taking Matthew Stafford at minus 130 to throw an interception. Now, let's jump over to Jared Goff. Now, you see the Rams secondary rankings, 13, 13, 25, but look deep, 6, 2, 1. They can get the job done. Does this offense look kind of familiar to you? It's the same thing. That's why Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford were able to be traded for each other and both find success because they fit both teams. But Jared Goff can get in trouble deep. So we jump over here, and his is a lot more fun. If he goes across the middle deep, he is in serious trouble. Now, deep right, he can take you apart. Deep left, he can do it too. But it's the short right where he'll throw and get a route jumped and a house call and a pick six. But here's the problem. You see on the bottom left, danger zone, quick tips. Those aren't information tips. Those are tip passes because you see the hands at the line of scrimmage. That's where Jared Goff gets in serious trouble when passes get tipped. Look at those rankings behind the line of scrimmage. Why would a potential Super Bowl quarterback have an 83.2 rating behind the line of scrimmage? Because balls get tipped. But we are not taking Jared Goff to throw a pick. Only Matthew Stafford.
Did you really just put hands up on that graphic?
I did. Look at him. Right there at the line, baby.
Oh, AB, real quick, because there's a lot of people out there right now going, hey, AB, the graphic looks great, the no-fly zone, but does this really work? I mean, can you name a time where you went through the no-fly zone and maybe a quarterback did exactly what you said they were going to do? I mean, I'd have to go back, what? Less than 48 hours. Explain yourself quickly.
2 days ago. You're exactly right. Jordan Love can't go over the middle of the field. We saw it immediately. Same thing with Jalen Hurts. These things matter. And understand, not only quarterbacks, this can get your betting of wide receivers and running backs and everyone in the offense because that is your offense right there. Take a look at the numbers of how many pass attempts, caught passes, all of it, man.
And that's why we do the props after the no-fly zone. Raphael, quickly, I know the numbers are moving. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love what DraftKings just did. They moved to 5 minus 120 early, got that quick Rams money, and it went back to minus 112. I love looking at this because it reminds me back in the day when I was just fingering around like a stock market, just moving numbers, trying to get numbers back in. So congratulations on that Ram money that they got.
Yeah. By the way, Prince of Picks, you can't walk into the chat and go, what's the play? Sorry, I'm late. This isn't DG's world anymore. This is Primetime Live. We're in millions and millions of homes all over the world. Can't single you out in the chat when you come in 29 minutes late. By the way, you know DG has a little FOMO. He's over here in the chat right now going, I wish I didn't have Church League, Fall League softball tonight, and maybe I could have been on the show.
Coach, if Church League ever has a fantasy league, or not a fantasy league, a reality TV show league, he's all in. He's winning that one.
All right, it's time for another.
He might have something to say.
All right, we got to get going here. Coming up next, we're going to head into our props. You just heard AB talk about them. Receivers, running backs. Where are we heading? The crew will take you there. Also, who's going to get in the club tonight? It's time to cash the gym, and you're looking at him right now. You're watching DTL Primetime Live on YouTube and Stadium. We're back. Take it, AB.
Let's have a little fun with some parlays on the other side. And real quick, Matt Logan asked, bum that DK stopped doing the total turnovers per game. Those were easy money on some games. They didn't stop. Go to game props, all right, and scroll all the way down, and you'll see it. That's where I got fumbles. DraftKings. Keep going. You'll find it, buddy. I promise you. If you can't, we'll figure it out. Now, let's take a look at parlays. Yeah, let's take a look at parlays here on the other side. All right, the Lions. Now, again, new customers, DraftKings. Bet $5, get $250 instantly. Bonus bets and 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Promo code Combine. All right, you go Lions money line. Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime TD. Jared Goff 200-plus pass yards plus 200. Lions minus 4.5. Jahmyr Gibbs anytime TD. Or Jared Goff bump that up 225-plus pass yards plus 275. And then finally, Lions minus 4.5. Sam Laporta anytime TD. And Jared Goff 250-plus passing yards at plus 500. Raphael, take it. What do you like?
I'm taking the middle one. Give me the Lions minus 4.5. I like the Gibbs anytime touchdown. I think that's the reason why I like that one. So I'll take the middle money. I just cashed the other one maybe, so I don't need all the money today. So I'll take the middle one.
Yeah, you're gonna wait. That's very that's very kind of you there. Soupy. He's waiting to take some money. Go take it. What do you like?
I gotta go anything with Sammy Ballgame. If it gets down to the red zone and they do a fade route to Sam Laporta, he is going in for the touchdown. Sam Laporta, that's the plus 500.
Could you tell me what school Laporta went to?
Oh, he was an Iowa Hawkeye tight end U.
Shout out to the Hawkeyes there. All right, Seabass, where are you going, bud?
I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit here. Give me the plus 200. Bankroll builder looks like easy. Give it to me. We're just going to bankroll build so we can roll it into something bigger next week.
Bankroll build indeed. Look, I think I'm going plus 275. Give me the Lions to cover in this one. Jahmyr Gibbs anytime TD. Jared Goff 225 plus. I think that's how the job gets done. What do you think about that, Coach?
All right. A lot of people in the chat like the plus 200. They want to make it a lot easy, not a whole lot to put on the line. So I think there's something for everybody, but chirp about it tonight. All right. We were just about back from break. Stay tuned right here on Stadium and YouTube. All right, welcome back, everybody, to DTL Primetime Live. We are simulcast all over Stadium, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Roku TV, our own YouTube as well. We are everywhere. Now, if you just were watching, we had the no-fly zone. We talked about the quarterbacks. But what about props tonight? And, AB, I want to come to you first because there's so many weapons all over the field tonight. I want to know what you're thinking first.
What I'm thinking first is exactly this. Matthew Stafford, over half an interception. Just spoke about it, minus 130. Jahmyr Gibbs, longest rush, over 14.5 yards at minus 120. I don't want to play elevated numbers because it's a Sunday night football game, and books know that everyone's betting on one game. So they're going to juice these numbers up. I want to take it on a quick hit of over 14.5 yards, and you have a team that if the Lions are playing from ahead, they have every shot to do it. Not to mention that the Lions also have David Montgomery that can run the ball, and that can knock down when you're trying to get a quantity amount, not quality amount, on a bet.
You know, it's funny. Last year, a lot of games, it was like Gibbs, and he was sharing time. They were and it really felt like at the end of the year, AB, that Gibbs became the guy. I mean, he was the guy that they counted on, and he was in like 70% of the time. I think that continues this year, so I love that play. I love that.
Yeah, and real quick, like the crazy thing is that there are so many mouths to feed. Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta. There's only one football. Yeah, there's only one.
You're damn right. You're damn right. By the way, Raphael, I'm coming over to you because everybody in the chat, they knows what you're all about right now. You love fantasy football and you love You hate fantasy football and you hate parlays. And apparently parlays paid for one of your two houses that we know that you have. You're up.
Parlays probably paid me a lot because the Bengals went down. That was a huge money line parlay going down today. My first one, give me Mr. Williams over 14.5 rushing attempts. He hit this 7 straight times last year besides the playoff. The last playoff game, he only had 15. They should have gave him the ball more, but I like Kerry Williams over 14.5 rushing attempts. I'll take the minus 110. And then Jared Goff over 286.5. alternate passing yards. You have to go into the alternate lines. You get to 286. It's plus 130. I think he goes 3 bills today. So I'm going to take Jared Goff over 286.5. I love that plus 130.
If you are brand new to football betting and you wonder what an alternate line is, at most books you can have the regular line and then they'll go with an alternate line that you can go up or really down, and it changes a lot of the juice. So that's kind of what Raphael is doing. He's taking the number up so that he can get better juice on it. Correct, Raphael? That be
correct? And the passing yards has already moved for him 8 to 9 yards since opening. So I just took the alternate because I think he's going to have a really big game.
Jeff Stewart says, I love that Kyron Williams over 14.5 rush attempts, Raphael. Synergy. Love that. Now, North Dakota State. Who'd they just play the first weekend? Oh, Colorado. That's right, Colorado. All right, Soupy, let me come over to you because I know you've got 3 props that you absolutely love tonight. What are they, sir?
Let's start with Demarcus Robinson. He's going to be the third option in the Rams offense. He has hit this prop 44 or more receiving yards in 5 of his last 6 games. I think there's going to be a lot of passing. So give me Demarcus Robinson, someone I don't think that Stafford is going to pass it to is Kyron Williams. I'm losing faith in him as the preseason went along. They brought in Blake Corum, and as we know, when Sean McVay brings in a new running back, usually the old one kind of gets faded out. You guys remember Cam Akers, so give me Kyron Williams under 2.5 receptions. And Sam Laporta, the last time they played the Rams, he had 3 catches for 14 yards. I think he goes up much better in this game because they don't have Ernest Johnson now. The Rams traded him a couple weeks ago. No one to really cover him. He gets over today.
Did you say that Blake Corum could be somebody that the team really relies on this year? Perhaps maybe tonight. Maybe he could score tonight. Perhaps Soupy. Is that what you're kind of telling us?
I think there is a very good chance that he can find the end zone tonight.
You're damn right, because I took your pick because I was ahead of the game.
I know you did.
Sucker. All right, C-Best, let me come over to you, big boy, because this is exactly what we were just talking about. I'm so glad that you and Raphael did what you did. 16 yards separate, and then look how the juice is different. Why don't we start right there with that one?
Coach, I like Jared Goff here to have a big game. I just took it straight as, like Raphael mentioned earlier, that line had already moved. I still thought 270 was a good number, so I was willing to lay, what's that term, Raphael? The 3 nickels at the 270. So I took that there. Christian Rosenboom, got him under half tackles and assists today, minus 125. He didn't do this in any game last year. And then the playoff game against the Lions, he only had 4. Now, maybe there's a little concern with Aaron Donald no longer there. I don't think so. I'm going to still take that under 7.5 there. And then I'm on Ross St. Brown, over 85.5 rush and reception yards. Listen, he hit this in all 4 playoff games last year over that total. Maybe there's a little trick play in there tonight. We get him some rushing yards to help out that receiving yard total. But the guy, he's going to hit it in just receiving yards. So those are my plays.
I really think that Dan Campbell in Detroit, they want to really show off Amon-Ra St. Brown tonight. You know, they gave him that big money. He got the big contract. Super humble. If you watch receivers, I'm a huge fan of this dude. And he is everything that a good person should be. So I like that play. You could have maybe a 15-yard end around. Raphael, go.
Question that Elite wants to know, why can't you round robin player prop bets like they've been asking in there? Next year, we'll probably be able to round robin a whole bunch of different kind of prop bets in sportsbooks. They wanted to bring it out this year. They just didn't have enough time. It's all about computers.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Quick other question from the chat, AB. Do you like over 2.5 total turnovers tonight? It's even money.
I do, and I'll tell you why. You notice we did not take Jared Goff to throw an interception because they throw very quick slants that are 3-4 yards from the line of scrimmage. But both of these quarterbacks, they do not run at all. So when they get flushed, they get hit and they drop the ball. Both of them will fumble, and they both have very good defenses. Absolutely. Turnovers, when you're playing it over 2.5, I like that more than over 1.5 interceptions, if that makes sense.
Okay, it makes complete and utter sense. By the way, a member of the crew, Big Chuck, he's in there right now. He says, great show, guys. Jahmyr Gibbs and Khalif Raymond receiving yards, worth a look as well. Raphael, if you can find Raymond, I don't have that, but I do know Jahmyr Gibbs. His receptions over 3.5 plus 120, 24.5 minus 115, depending on what book you are using. So those would be his receiving numbers. Do you have anything on Raymond there, Raphael?
I don't see any. Oh, yeah, he's 1.5 receptions. The juice is minus 145.
Okay, a little juicy there, but sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. We talked about the quarterback, Soupy, from a fantasy standpoint, but what about other players tonight that guys can I'm assuming they already have to have their lineup set. I don't know a lot about it, but who are teams really looking into as far as fantasy is concerned?
Yeah, usually by tonight, your lineups are already set unless, you want to take someone out of the Monday night game and put someone in this game. But I'm looking at Cooper Kupp and Amon-Ra St. Brown. You drafted them early. You're going to put them in your lineup. Cooper Kupp, for me, is a big PPR guy. That's points per reception. Because, again, I said that Stafford loves him as a security blanket, so he's going to get a lot of catches. I don't know if he's going to get a lot of yards, but Amon-Ra St. Brown will get those yards. He's the top receiver, and he can stretch the field.
By the way, everybody knows you're a Giants fan, and you knew it was coming for you. You knew it was coming for you. That was ugly today, big boy. That was ugly today.
Maybe 2 more weeks to DJ, and it is over. You can't play like that. You cannot play like
Who's
that.
the backup?
Who is the backup?
Drew Lock.
Oh, my gosh.
Or
160 million, and you're going to bench his butt in 2 weeks. Seabass, are you a Commanders fan, by the way?
Absolutely not. No. No. Never have been, never will be. No.
Who is your squad?
I don't have a favorite pro team because I'm such a degenerate. I don't want my emotions to cloud my judgment. I want the money to discern where I put it. I'm a Gator fan. That's the only team I cheer for faithfully. Commanders, get out of here. No, absolutely not.
I don't even know if being a Gator fan right now is any better.
He's the Steve Spurrier guy. That's it. Steve Spurrier.
You see Anthony Richardson today? I know they lost, but my man, one thing Gator quarterbacks can do, they might fumble, they might be terrible, but they hit that deep ball. Tim Tebow, nice deep ball. Nice deep ball.
You had me until Tim Tebow. Okay.
Hey,
I'll
tell you the best pass. The best motion is Chris Leak. That is a beautiful.
Yeah.
He
was good out of Florida, wasn't he?
I like Chris Leak.
Danny Werfel, Steve Spurrier. What's the Bachelor guy? It's your boy Jesse Palmer. We had some quarterbacks in Florida,
You did.
I mean, national championships.
Yeah, by the way, that pass that Seabass was talking about today by Anthony Richardson, if you didn't see it, he threw it flat-footed 69 yards on a dime. 69 yards on a dime, and he caught it right at the goal line for a gorgeous touchdown. And then they lost the game by, I think, 29-27.
Hey, but you know what they did? They covered, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that matters.
that part right there.
That is very, very, very true. Sorry.
You want some more players?
Well, no, I'm just thinking about something that I can't say here on the show, so I apologize. So, AB, let me come back to you because we just got a couple of minutes left, and then we're going to do the gym. These hours go by so incredibly fast. But when you're talking about these guys, and we're playing on a fast track, from a handicapping standpoint, a lot of these have fast tracks, but I think Detroit has one of the fastest. Does it play into anything for you?
It absolutely does, and I'll tell you right here, all right? Jahmyr Gibbs, you talk about a guy, longest rush, over 14.5 yards. Look, rushing yards total, 53.5, but he's splitting carries with David Montgomery. You see Kyron Williams over on the Rams side, all right? I like the longest rush because exactly, Coach, what you just said. They can go, and you only need one big play to do it instead of needing over and over and over. So you see the attempts there, 11.5. I don't want to play a bunch of those, but I do want to play one where you can hit a home run on one play.
Wow. And then if you're talking about the wide receiver position, you got Cooper and Puka, and they're not necessarily what you would call speedsters, but when we compare Cooper and Amon-Ra St. Brown, AB, quickly, what do we see there?
Well, look at Cooper Kupp's receiving yards, 67.5. You remember when it was 119.5 every single game, and he would still hit that. 67.5, man, that is way down.
Oh, man, look at those numbers. Understand what we're talking about and understand where it's going to go. It just flies by. It's so hard to keep track of the time. But guess what? It's time to talk a little trash. It's time to figure out who's going to be popping bottles in the club tonight. Seabass, is it going to be you? Soupy, you? Rafi? ABU, we'll find out. The gym is next. AB, take it away.
All right, now let's talk a little team props, Raphael. You hate parlays, but I think I got something that you do like, all right? Let's take a look here. Okay, this is for the full game. Rams, total touchdowns, under 2.5 is plus 130 because over 2.5 is minus 160. Or Rams team total over 24.5, passing that key number there at plus 105. Got the Lions total team touchdowns over 3.5 at minus 115, and Lions team total over 29.5 at minus 115. These are all found at DraftKings. Lovely sports book. Raphael, what do you think?
I love those 3 nickels that show on the screen. Give me the Lions team total over 29.5 because the bettors are thinking the same thing because this number just moved to 5.5 like I've been saying all day since the books got crushed. We would see a 5.5, and now we do see a 5.5. I think the Lions 29.5. I think they hit the 30 mark. They're going to try. They're probably watching the Cowboys game right now on TV. They're saying we can do the same thing on our home.
Hey, give the fan base what they want. Now, Soupy, which one are you feeling, bud? What do you like?
I am expecting both teams to score 30, so give me the one with the better juice. Rams team total over 24.5. I know doing something like with a 24 is a little risky, but I'll go with that one.
All right, you feeling it on that extra scoring opportunity. Seabass, what do you like?
I like the Rams team total over 24.5 as well. But listen, if the Lions are going to score tonight and they're going to go over 30, let me get the Lions 3 TDs over 3.5 then.
You know, you look at these key numbers, right, and you see the over 24.5, and anybody that's brand new to betting, you look at key numbers. How is football scored? 3 points, 6 points, 7 points, right? They add up 10, 14, 21, 24. So when you get to 24.5, that's an additional score. 3 touchdowns and a field goal, that gets you 24. You now need over 24.5, so that's an additional field goal or touchdown. So understand your key numbers and the hooks. They can make or break your bets. Big, big, big time. That being said, Lions team total over 29.5, getting down with it right here.
Our man Chip in the chat said he got the Lions team total under 30.5. And if you don't think a half a point or a full point can matter, oh, you best believe. All right, it is time to have some fun. We're back in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to DTL Primetime Live and some late games that have just gone final to recap for you. And, well, we had some ugly ones late. Dallas scores 33 points on the day that Dak Prescott signs a 4-year, $240 million deal, and the Browns looked awful, but the over did come in. Tampa, they scored 37 against Washington today. They also cashed the over 37-20. The Chargers in Jim Harbaugh's debut, very workmanlike, 22-10. Hey, Devontae, still want us to believe you're not happy? I saw you today. And then Seattle, depending on what you got, they win by 6. What was the five? Did you get 5.5, Seabass?
No, I had them in my Survivor pool pick today.
Oh, okay. You're one of the few. You're still alive. You're still kicking.
I'm still in it.
Yeah, you and the 8 people that are left.
Yo.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Circa made a lot of money today. That's who won.
Oh, my God. They're
Almost like a brand new pool.
It might be over like week 3. It seriously might be over like week 3.
Me.
Everybody
Pay me. I'll take
me. Now, there's a lot of people who want to get paid tomorrow. We're going to look ahead, and then we're going to do the gym. If you don't know what the gym is, you need to stay tuned to find out. But AB, San Francisco, the NFC equivalent of the Kansas City Chiefs, they went to the Super Bowl last year, and they want to go back again this year. They are favored by 4. It's been hovering between 3.5 and 4. If you want to take a chance on the Jets and the fighting Aaron Rodgers is plus 165. The total sitting at 43.5. What is your look ahead take, AB?
Looking at the under 2 top 5 defenses in the NFL, and look at the travel, those 3,000 miles for the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers, who played 3 plays last year. I think you're going to see a conservative approach and not try, because you can't win the game in the first half, but you can damn sure lose the game in the first half. So look at that under right there.
I think we forget that the 49ers, they were Aaron Rodgers' favorite team growing up. He's from the area. He went to Cal because of San Francisco. He wants to show out against his team, but I love that take. Seabass, let me come down to you. Excuse me. What's your look ahead?
I'm going to go with San Francisco minus the 4 points. I'm not sold on Aaron Rodgers. I need to see this guy play. Like I said, he hasn't played in over a year. All the offseason stuff. Give me San Francisco minus 4.
Soupy, there are a lot of mouths to feed for San Francisco. They seem to have figured it out. Brandon Ayuk, he got his money. Trent Williams, he got his money. The front office, they're not happy about it. Your take?
Doesn't matter if they go to a Super Bowl, but probably lose it again to your Chiefs. Yeah, there is going to be a ton of mouths to feed. But again, Christian McCaffrey is always going to be the safe bet. Same thing with Kittle when it comes to touchdowns. I like him there. And then Debo can make things happen because he can line it up anywhere. Wide out, slot, even in the backfield as a running back. So those are the three guys I always key in when looking at my drafts.
Raphael, will this number move at all between now and tomorrow night in your estimation?
It already did at 507. It moved to 3.5. The tons of jet money came in early. This one opened up at -6 as San Francisco was a 6-point favorite. The books have a lot of cushion to do with this number on Monday night, especially if the Rams win tonight. The books will be swimming in money, so they'll be able to take big bets and not worry. So I'm going to be very curious to see what the books do and how they handle this game.
All right. Very, very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at my favorite time of the program. And over the course of the next 17 weeks, you're going to see grown men act like children a lot. And I encourage you to join us in said immaturity. So we play a little game we like to call the gym. Now, you're not going to pick Derrick Henry like what happened on Thursday night. You're not going to pick a guy at plus 400. You're not going to get Christian McCaffrey tomorrow night. It's got to be plus 1,000 or higher. You got to earn it. Nobody has cashed so far. The VIP section, AB, is very, very lonely. Will tonight be the night? AB, start us off.
Tonight will be the night. Getting in the club, popping bottles. We're going to go with Sam Laporta for Soupy. He had me fired up about Sammy ball game. Iowa tough. That's what I like. They will get the ball to him in the red zone. I like Laporta right there to do it because, Coach, I tell you right here, man, I've already got the bottle right there with a national championship written all over it, ready to go.
You know the difference between a vet in the gym competition like AB and a rookie like Seabass is that AB sends his pick in and accompanies it with a screenshot of the sports book with the number. And then Seabass sends in a guy that rarely got to this number, and I'm like, where's the screenshot? So I looked it up myself, and he did have it right. So, Seabass, I'm going to let you go next.
First of all, Coach, what I'm not going to do is cheat to get in the club. I run the club, okay? Been there, done that. I don't need to cheat, and I, too, have a bottle ready to rock. That being said, give me Cooper Kupp. I couldn't believe that number either, so that's why I jumped all over it. Hit me with the quick slant into the end zone for Cooper Kupp to resurgence of his career. Screenshot. Nobody sent it the other night. That's why I didn't send a screenshot. I didn't send it the other night. Damn it.
I'm sorry, Seabass. What are you doing, AB?
I've already got my hat ready to go in the club, madam, because guess what? Got real champagne we're about to bust out. Hey, I feel y'all's picks, all hat, no cattle, Hoss.
Oh, hat, oh, cattle.
Hey, speaking of champagne, I think I'll read Producer Man's because this is on my kids. Producer Man is at a wedding as we speak. He is at a wedding right now, but he sent this in last night because he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be around. He took Puka Nacua at plus 1,200. That's getting ahead of the game, and I think all of us can admit we would love to have Puka Nacua tonight. But Producer Man got him.
No, we wouldn't. I'm kidding.
All right, Raphael, who do you like?
Me and Ali thinking the same thing. Give me a defensive or special teams. It's now 20 to 1. It was 22 to 1 when I put this in. That's because the books are favoring me. I see a special teams touchdown. That's how I'm getting into club defensive style.
There's a certain kind of trash talk you get if you get in the club with a defensive touchdown. So good luck.
I'm going to put odds out. If no one hits it today, I'm going to put odds out on who's going to hit it first. They'll be ready tomorrow.
I like it. My man. That's why he's on our team. All right, Soupy, what is your second selection going to be, sir?
Well, AB's wearing the appropriate hat for my selection. The guy went to Stanford. All right. Colby Parkinson. Tyler Higbee is out, so Colby Parkinson will be the tight end. I think he gets the touchdown on a fade route.
Wow, you're calling specific plays now. All right. Well, I'm going to go Blake Corum at plus 2,000. It's a really nice number. He's a name that most of you have never heard of, but he has really impressed in camp. And when everybody is guarding all of the weapons, my man Blake is going to have a little delay straight up the middle and a big old spike. He's going to look right into the camera and say, Coach, this one's for you. I can feel it. And I can see it.
Coach, let me say this. Blake Corum ran the football in college at the University of Michigan for Jim Harbaugh.
Yes,
you only do that if you're a tough steak, $2 steak. That's the only way you can do it. Hoss.
Hoss. Hoss one more time. Over, under, Hoss.
Hoss.
All right,
Spit on the floor.
We only have a little over a minute. I need 15-second final takes here on the show. And I do mean 15 seconds. Raphael, go.
I think we see points scored in this one. So both quarterbacks have a big game.
Soupy.
Sparks are going to fly. Big scoring. It's going to be just as entertaining as that NFC playoff game.
Seabass.
Look, I got the Rams at plus 4.5. I also took them in a teaser, though, just to give myself a little bit more cushion. So Rams in the over.
All right, AB, talk to me.
Shout out Superfan in Detroit. Don out there. I know they'll be in their seats. Detroit wants this one. It's a revenge game for the fans against Matthew Stafford.
There's going to be a lot of emotions tonight. And for all of you reality fans out there, one of the big storylines is tonight that Matthew Stafford's wife did not make the trip. She did not like how she got treated last year, and they're going to show an empty box tonight. And the over-under is 2.5 times of where she would have set at. It's true. It's true. What another great show. We'll be live again tomorrow night with the Jets and the 49ers at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But don't forget, live tomorrow morning for the very first time at 10 a.m. Eastern time, right here live on Stadium and on YouTube. In the meantime, for my guys, Raphael, Seabass, Subi, AB, and producer man at a wedding, I'm the coach. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Stadium and YouTube. Take care.